Thank you for watching Edupedia World videos. Welcome back to MySQL tutorial. We will start with MySQL, the command line client. Before actually going within the application, let us revisit the official website of MySQL. And if you will go here in the documentations in MySQL client, so you can find some information regarding MySQL command line which you can read and understand the theoretical concepts of MySQL command line client or command line tool. This will be really helpful for your preparations for interviews or for your in-depth knowledge of the command line tool. But we will not spend our time on reading this documentation. We will directly see how and what are the works of MySQL command line tool. So if you will go to your desktop and in the start search bar you can write command and you can open this MySQL command line client here. Remember, the password that we gave during the installation is the same password that we will be requiring here, and that password is a really important credentials that you need to remember, because we will be using that to and fro in our coming videos. So I'll just give the credentials here, and you can see that we are now logged into MySQL command line tool. If you go to the top bar and right click, you can see the properties here, and you can adjust the properties. You can change the cursor size, you can have your command history properties here, but at present I would really like to have the fonts to be visible enough. They are at present very small. I'll just increase the font size here. In the layout, if you want to adjust the size of your screen, you can give the height and the width here. So we can see that the font size are now increased. Let us key in our first query. So to have a look on the database that are there in MySQL, you write a simple query as show databases. Remember to put a semicolon at the end. This means that the query is ended and there is no longer any query or anything that is commanded to the client after the semicolon is put. So if you miss this semicolon, it may not work properly. So I have given my first query as show databases. I'll press enter. What it will do, it will revert back all the databases that are present in MySQL at present. You can see it gives me a simple result. What are the databases that are present? Now in MySQL, the term databases and schema are interchangeably used. So if I'll type show schemas, it again gives me the same result. So after seeing how many databases are there in our MySQL, let us start with creating a new database. So create database is the command to create a new database, and give the name of the database that you want to have. Remember to avoid the spaces in the name of database because it will bring complications. Though at this point you can give the spaces in the name of your database, but later on there are chances that you will stumble upon and there will be complication because of the spaces in the name of database, maybe in the connections or maybe in the repository, etc. So let us avoid giving spaces in the name of the database, though it can be alphanumeric like Edupedia 1 to 3 or something like that. So I'll press enter. It says query okay, one row affected. So again I'll go and see if this database has been created or not. Show databases. Remember to put a semicolon at the end. And there we go. We can see that Edupedia has been created. Now if I would have done something like that, say create schema and give again the name of Edupedia, so it would have created a database named Edupedia. But at present, let us see what it does. There it is. It is saying that can't create a database named Edupedia, reason being the database exists. So this cross checks our previous assumption, or rather concept, that when you say a database, when you say schema, it is one and the same thing. So here we can see that it can be used interchangeably, but at present let us create another database. Create database, say dummy 1 and enter. Let us see if this database has been created or not. Show database. There it is. You can see that dummy 1 and Edupedia are there. Now if you want to delete one of the database, then you can have this command. For this you need to have this query drop. Drop is the query. Give the name of the database as dummy 1. Drop database dummy 1. There it is. Now if you again do show databases, you can see that the dummy 1 is not present there. So just a quick revision. Show database shows all the databases. Create database will create a database, and when you say drop database, it is basically deleting a database. Alright, okay, so in our next session we will see about the select and rename query in MySQL, and then later on we'll create tables and we'll actually see how the table structure works in SQL. It will be very interesting down the line, so stay tuned. Thank you.